Which conference has the best set of stadiums? Good question, because that means more than one. At first, I was just going to tell you the SEC, but then I thought about the different criteria you may have. See, Jonathan, you may be a scenery guy, and then we may have like Jeffrey over here, and he may be a stark adherence to tradition guy. And then we may have Megan over here, and she just loves the rabid, insane atmosphere. My answer is a different conference for all three of you is my point, because I like a combination of all of them. So I'll start with the Big Ten. The Big Ten laps the field when it comes to the adherence to tradition blended with the incredible in-stadium atmosphere. We just showed B-roll of Michigan Stadium, for example. What I love, and I grew up in the South, so I never experienced it until I finally got to go up there. What I love about Notre Dame Stadium, Michigan, is something that you never think about until you've been all over the country and you go to all these places. They forego millions of dollars in potential in-stadium ad sales to keep the in-stadium environment pristine. In other words, they don't put 47 different logos all over the place that companies have paid for. In other words, advertising. They say, nope, we know we could have that money, but we're okay. We're doing good enough. So we don't need to put an airline over here and a soft drink company over here and a car distributor over here. We're good. Keep your money. We'll be okay. I love that. Love it. Plenty of places operate under a different philosophy. Many, in fact, most places don't have a choice. Michigan can afford to roll however they want to. So can Notre Dame. So can a lot of these bigger northern powers because they have such massive alumni bases. They don't need advertising dollars to meet their budget. Some other places do. Okay, the question is not who's doing it right and who's doing it wrong. The question is who do I like the most? So these are mega stadiums. A lot of them are over 100,000 seats. The fan bases are fully invested. It's a great game day atmosphere. And you have a pristine environment in a lot of these stadiums that I appreciate. In the SEC, I think you have the best of all worlds. I think they're some of the most impressive venues in America. There is not more passion anywhere in the country. And that includes the Big Ten. The Big Ten's insane. There are places like Ohio State and Michigan in a couple of weeks. That's as good as anything in the country. Penn State whiteout. That's as good as anything in the country. I'm not saying there aren't moments in the Big Ten. I'm saying as a collective, 1 through 14, about to be 1 through 16, the game day atmospheres in the SEC are unmatched. And they also have large venues. And they're also very loud. And there's also a lot of tradition. And also a lot of those buildings are very old. So they have the best of everything. But I'll give you a surprise contender here, since I'm about to head out there in like an hour. The Pac-12, which I have finally gotten to see a lot more of, if you're into the scenery, if you're into the backdrop, if you're into there being more to a college football game than just what's going on right there inside that bowl, the Pac-12 is for you. I was up at Autzen a couple of weeks ago. Brilliant backdrop. Everyone's got mountains. Look at Cal. There won't be a meaningful football game played in that building in the next century or so, but man, what a surrounding atmosphere. Have not been able to go to Arizona State. We'll be at the Rose Bowl this weekend. Been out there before. I think we all understand how picturesque the San Gabriel Mountains can be. Also, Utah. You know, Utah is a program that has not always been in the Pac-12, obviously, so some of the older college football fans, they don't automatically Utah, Pac-12, Utah, Pac-12. That doesn't snap in your mind like that. But Utah's got the same thing going for them. And even though Brigham Young is not in the Pac-12, I'm just going to throw them in for good measure because they're kind of out there. They're in the same state as Utah, and they got that insane backdrop as well. So it depends on where you want to go. It depends on what you're into. It could be Big Ten. It could be Pac-12. It could be SEC. I think most people would lean SEC, but I can make an argument for any of them. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Make sure you like the video, and please subscribe to the channel. Not just for me. That's how we keep this entire thing free.